all jammed into 48 minutes, especially for you on this freshly packaged episode of Trendz. My name, of course, is Rufio Wimwilwa, and I'd like to welcome you all from the south, north, east, and west of our continent. Holler at us on Twitter. Look out for @Trendz on SABC. And of course, as always, let's start off taking a look at international and entertainment news making headlines this past week.
South African Broadcasting Corporation Chief Operating Officer Hlaudi Motsoeneng this week confirmed the public broadcaster's 90% local content quota will be adopted by its TV channels. The directive was revealed during a press conference held at the SABC headquarters in Auckland Park to welcome new talent to the broadcaster and hand over contracts to them. Last month, the broadcaster announced its 90% local music quota across its 18 radio stations. Big Concerts has confirmed that UB40's 3 founding members will be making a triumphant return to South Africa in November 2016, with their Red Wine tour having wowed audiences across the world, proving they are still a worldwide tour de force. They will be performing hits and gems from their many critically acclaimed albums, including Red Wine, Kingston Town, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Since reforming in 2013, the trio of Ali Campbell, Astro, and Mickey Virtue have remained at the top of their game, with highlights including their ongoing world tour, a sellout UK arena tour, a huge sellout USA tour, and critical acclaim for their new material in 2014's Silhouette album. Hip-hop star Kulichana, whose real name is Kulani Morule, this week reached a financial settlement with police in the Johannesburg High Court after officers shot him in 2013. In a case of mistaken identity, Kulichana was pursued by police who believed he was a kidnapper and shot at him 9 times. He sustained minor injuries with a bullet lodging at his right finger. Chana sued the Minister of Police in the High Court for damages. A financial statement, which has not been disclosed, has now been agreed by the SAPS.
Wake me up before you go. Ooh, I need a little more, just a little more.
Multi-platinum selling sensation Chris Brown has been confirmed for what has been described as the mother of all parties, the annual closing party for the SA Music Conference. Having confirmed the artist last week, local promoters this week announced a complete local lineup in addition to 3 international acts. American artist Tinashe will join the lineup for the upcoming concert taking place in Durban next month. Also confirmed is the sultry Grammy Award-winning US rapper / actress Eve. A stellar list of handpicked local talents includes some of SA's finest performers, including BET-nominated rapper Casper Nyovest together with leader of the new school Ricky Rick. And the DJ stage will feature the legendary DJs Oskido, DJ Fresh, Vinny Da Vinci, and Greg Maloka. The mother of all parties will take place on the 2nd of July at the Grove Point Kings Park Stadium, expecting to attract over 15,000 concert revelers.
Now, Sauti Sol is a Kenyan all-male band that's received awards all over the world. They're currently on a continental tour titled Live and Die in Africa. The tour has taken them to many parts of Africa, including South Africa. Last week, they were also at the Bushfire Festival in Swaziland and also Mozambique, amongst others. We caught up with them. They're amazing. They're versatile. Take a look at Sauti Sol.
After success that's seen them win the MTV Europe Music Awards, the Kora All Africa Music Awards and the African Entertainment Awards, among many, Kenya's Sauti Sol has decided to take its sound to the fans.
Before university, kids who are university ripe or ripe for university, their parents used to they look for a university in the UK, in the States, somewhere else. But then nowadays, because it's growing, learning institutions are growing, governments are taking into consideration that education is key. So the learning institutions are coming up and of good quality. So you find that many young people are not going outside. So the expertise stays in the country, and you build from that. So living and dying in Africa as well. apart from that is if you're abroad and you are contributing to this continent, you talk to people about this continent and are proud about it. You're proud to say you're African. You're proud to say you're from the Gambia, you're from South Africa, you're from Kenya. You know, you don't, at the airport or somewhere, you don't hide your passport so that people don't know, like, what country you come from. That's what it's all about, being proud of the fact that you're African.
The band was formed by vocalist Benami Baraza, Willis Chimano and Savara Mudigi in 2005. Guitarist, producer and songwriter Polycarp Otieno joined them later. Their first album was released in 2008. Lately, they've also decided to collaborate with various musicians from across the continent. The choice of musical partners is something they say is a collaborative effort with their fans. While there are many musicians and groups fighting for space in the African music market, Sauti Sol says its success has been aided by what the band has to share.
We offer a balance of good instrumentation in terms of the most authentic instrument that we can get and which can strike a balance, and also a little bit of electronic rock, just a little bit, and also combined with good songwriting and good composition. Also, we are not afraid of experimenting in terms of chords, progression, in terms of melody and musicality and sound.
While the boys say they know their sound, they are also trying to define it as authentically Kenyan. They say sometimes it becomes difficult to properly tell a Kenyan sound in music, as influences from elsewhere tend to overshadow what is from the region in the music.
You can tell, a South African choir or, vocal easily. And as well, I would say in East Africa, it's something we have to kind of pull up our socks because it's there, but then it's not something that, for example, like in South Africa, people, like the world over, people know, like this is, you can immediately tell something that is choral and that is South African. But from Kenya, that's what as well we're offering, our vocal arrangements, our voices, because we have, each one of us has distinct and different voices, and as well Polycarp's style of playing the guitar, it's us.
The band has 4 creative minds, so it can be expected that during the music writing process, there will be a few arguments of the direction a particular song should take.
If you hear Chimano singing his verse, he wrote it. If you hear Delvin sing, he wrote it.
We tried to
we wouldn't say, we don't show off anything on the side. we have a lot of fights though.
That's the thing we fight most about. It's the music.
The music.
Yeah, like this. No. I feel this sounds better.
This guy likes a certain kind of kick, and he doesn't like it when they're mixing the music.
Yeah, so
that's the kind of fight we usually have.
But
in the music, the technical bit of the music, when it comes to making the track and all that stuff, I think me and Chimano are usually shoved out so bad.
Sauti Sol encourages African travels. They say their trips around Africa have opened them up to different cultures and new ways of doing things.
We've been to Mali, and the culture in Mali, man, there could be a stadium. People are like there's a festival in a stadium,
like
and everybody's sitting on the ground just listening to music.
And after the show,
everybody gets up and goes home. There's no drunkard, there's no this. So I think everything brings something to the table.
Like in Maputo, man, when we were like touring Maputo, the city itself, being explained to by everybody how the city came about and different things came about. Man, you realize unless your people come and see that, they will never know the difference. So, and that's what makes people integrate. Like people from here can go to Mozambique and then understand the culture, and that's what's different. Now you understand everything about your culture, There's nothing new can be told, so you need to learn about other people.
By the looks of things, this award-winning sound will continue exciting Africans for years to come.
Absolutely fantastic. Sauti Sol, I thoroughly enjoyed them. Now, the 18th Encounter South African International Documentary Film Festival kicked off in Cape Town this past Thursday. The event takes place annually in 2 cities, Cape Town and Johannesburg, and this year's festival will fuse Oscar-winning documentary filmmaker Michael Moore's film titled Where to Invade Next, Maya Angelou's documentary Still I Rise, and a group of young Soweto filmmakers whose film was the opening night film called Soweto, The Time of Wrath. Joining me in studio to talk more about the festival, I've got one of the directors from Soweto Time of Wrath. That's Ndu Shandu and also filmmaker Joyce Nkgapele. Welcome to Trendz, guys.
Thank you.
Fantastic having you here. And of course, Ndu, congratulations on your film. Very interesting title. Tell us what the docu Soweto Time of Wrath is about.
Soweto Time of Wrath is it's different stories made by 6 filmmakers. There's a story of housing. It's in informal settlements. There's a story about illegal informal miners, illegal initiation, and there's also a story about the fight against drugs in El Dorado Park.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot of things that are, currently happening in our time that you fused all into one documentary. How was it received? I mean, as the opening night docu, kudos to you guys and your team. But of course, it meant, what did people think?
It was well received.
Yeah.
I mean, in Cape Town, it got a standing ovation, and the tickets were sold out. So, I mean, I'm excited about that.
Great
so,
stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Congratulations again.
Thank
And
you.
Joyce, welcome.
Thank you.
You're still a student, you were telling me, and I mean, having already had a film that's gone to San Francisco for a film festival, congratulations. Tell us what you are showcasing at Encounters.
I'm showcasing Looking for Kusikosi. It's a film about a woman from Freedom Park.
Okay.
And she faced a lot of abuse by the people that are considered to be her closest.
Okay.
So
this is based on an actual story?
Yes, it's a true
Okay.
story. She was raped, she was beaten up, she got paralyzed out of the beating.
Wow.
And she used to sleep at the back of her sister's RDP house for like years throughout all the weather conditions. So she ended up dying of rat's bite.
Wow.
Yeah, that is my
Sounds
story.
very, very moving. And has it screened yet? What are you hoping what do you want people to take away from a film like this? You're a black female filmmaker pushing boundaries and forging your way in a very tough industry that has lots and lots of challenges, never mind just your gender or, where you are based and funding and. So what is it that you want people to take away from this? And also just showcasing your talent. What are your aspirations going forward?
I need to be I'm looking to be an example, a good example for women directors. And with my film, I'm trying to kill that spirit of women. Black women can't do it. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right, sure. And in Cape Town, I also have a festival director. Hi, welcome to Trendz.
Hi there. I'm actually not the director.
Festival coordinator.
I'm the coordinator.
Festival coordinator,
Yes,
Tara,
that's
welcome
correct.
to Trendz. Thank you for that.
Hello, Philway. Hello, Joyce. And hello,
Yes.
Ndu.
Great to have you there. And I mean, you're in Cape Town. What is the buzz like with the festival this year?
It's amazing. The attendance is fantastic. We have a whole lot of things happening. We have virtual encounters, which is a virtual reality exhibition happening. We have master classes with filmmakers. We have filmmakers in conversations like Alison and Martha and Nikki. They were there this morning. Lots of things happening at the Watershed. Lots of things happening at Big Fish School of Digital Filmmaking.
Wow.
We have loads happening.
Clearly. You seem very well rested, by the way, Tara, for someone who is saying all these things. And I'm sure you're going from venue to venue, and it's been months and months of planning. You look very well rested.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure. What are you
I'm
looking
actually not, but thank you.
Okay, as long as you look the part, then that's okay. What are you personally looking forward to, Tara?
Personally, I'm looking forward to Simon Wood's masterclass tomorrow morning at the Big Fish School of Digital Filmmaking. I'm also looking forward to the first features, that's also tomorrow. And then in Johannesburg at the Big Fish School of Digital Filmmaking on Wednesday the 8th, Nhlanhla Masunda is going to be giving a workshop there for his film Shwabada. So that'll be quite interesting. If anyone's interested, please get hold of Big Fish in Johannesburg and put your name down on the RSVP list. So I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously the weeks coming on, I'm looking forward to all of those. I mean, not the weeks, the weekend coming on.
The week, yes,
that
until
too.
the festival closes on the
Yeah.
12th of June, is that correct?
That is correct, Rafil.
All right, sure. And with regards to, I mean, Tara, I'll ask you this, and I'll also ask the filmmakers here. The African filmmakers who are coming through from the rest of the continent, what's representation like? What are some of the stories and themes that are coming through this year, particularly from other filmmakers outside of South Africa?
In particular tonight at the Rosebank Cinema Nouveau, there's a film called Strike a Pose. And it's about Madonna and her backup dancers. And there's actually a special guest that's going to be there, Carlton Wilborn. He's actually one of the guests that flew down. So if anyone's interested, tickets are going very quickly.
All right.
That's one representation. We also have a Senegalese filmmaker who's in Cape Town for a Q&A as well. That's Martha and Nikki. And, well, she's not Senegalese, but the film is based on, like, the Senegalese dancers.
All right.
And so just check it out on www.encounters.co.za. You'll find all the Q&As, you'll find all the information about the guests there, what Q&As are happening, what panel discussions are happening,
all the
large
information
amount
is
of
there.
guests,
Right.
a large international South African and African representation.
Fantastic. So, Ndu, I want to bring it to you here in studio. Just, you know, there's masterclasses. Is this your first Encounters Festival, by the way?
I've had a short film before.
Okay.
So, I mean, a 4-minute film before.
Okay.
So this is my first 1-hour film. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And what is it, I mean, about this particular film festival? You know, there's the Jozi Film Festival, there's others, but to have and be on a platform like this, you know, that says something, of course, about your talent. But for you personally, why did you feel like you needed to push beyond that 4 minutes to now have, you know, a full feature?
I think Encounters, for me, it's one of the best film festivals that I know of in Africa or the world, actually. So, I mean, having a film there is just, I mean, it's an honor. It's an honor for me, because it's such a prestigious film festival.
When again is your film screening, by the way?
It's going to screen again on Wednesday, I think, at the Cinema Nouveau,
right.
Rosebank. And then again in Cape Town at the Labia Theatre. I think people must just go to Encounters.
So, yeah, all the information is there.
Yeah.
Joyce, for yourself, I mean, do you look forward to working with other directors? I mean, from what, you know, Ndu was saying, it was a whole collaborative effort with regards to his docu. With yours, was it different? And who do you want to work with? Who are some of the filmmakers that you look up to?
I look up to filmmakers like Sarah Marie. She produced a film. What is that film?
Some years ago.
So, Surfing in Soweto.
Right, right.
Yes. And yeah, and I think I'm doing good because my film was first screened in San Francisco last year.
Yeah.
The Black International Film Festival.
Fantastic. Did you make contacts? Did you network? Did you get your name out there?
I did.
To say,
I got to meet a lot of international filmmakers. We exchanged ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It was me being in a new environment. It was quite amazing.
Awesome.
And now to think of it going for the Encounters Film Festival, it's a big thing for me.
Very, very big thing. Tara, with yourself now, just what else in terms of incubation programs for, you know, filmmakers who are up and coming like Joyce over here? What is it that Encounters offers going forward?
Basically, we offer a platform for young and upcoming filmmakers to showcase their work. I mean, we have a large amount of short films that are made by students, especially students from Big Fish School of Digital Filmmaking.
But once the festival is done,
anyone and everyone, and throughout the year, Encounters have certain programs that they work on, and that can definitely be found on the website as well. We also are helping with volunteers, so all of our volunteers that come on board, they love hearing and finding out about Encounters, and from there are often inspired to work on something to put through. And I think it's just a lovely platform for young and aspiring South African and international filmmakers to enter.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much coming from Cape Town for being here. And yeah, look, the festival is doing amazing things. So we appreciate, you know, both sides as media practitioners and also, of course, even more so the filmmakers who I have here. Guys, congratulations on your films. Keep doing what you're doing. And we hope to see your name on a whole lot more silver screens going forward.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Stay tuned. Trendz is back after the ad break. Welcome back. You're still watching Trends. Now, Constitution Hill is commemorating the spirit of the students of 1976 with their annual Basha Uhuru Youth Festival. The Arts Festival is a celebration and expression of the artistic freedom of the youth of South Africa. Now, the event is a collaboration between Constitution Hill and contemporary art gallery Kalashnikov. It's happening throughout the month of June in commemoration of the momentous year, which marks 40 years of the Soweto student uprisings, as well as 20 years of the Constitution. I'm now here with Exhibition and Archives Coordinator Khaisang Satekhe. Welcome to Trends.
Thank you for
pleasure having you here. And yes, so Basha Uhuru, tell us, what does that mean?
So Basha is a Sotho name meaning youth, young people, and Uhuru is Swahili for freedom.
Very nice. Fusing. Okay, you're fusing
freedom,
freedom,
for
yes.
young people.
Fantastic. Tell us about this festival, Khaisang.
So Basha Uhuru Youth Festival is an annual festival that takes place in June, as you may know that it's Youth Month.
Right.
And it's our 4th annual festival.
Okay.
And it's just a way to commemorate the struggle of those young people that took to the streets in 1976, fighting
and this
against
year, I mean,
all
with
those
it being
oppressive
40
laws.
years, what's some of the special things that are going to happen specifically because it's the 40th year anniversary?
So it's very special because it's the 40th anniversary of the youth protests. And this year, the program that we've put together will be running throughout the month of June. And we launched on the 2nd of June with 2 contemporary art exhibitions with artworks created by young emerging artists within the visual art world.
Yeah.
And next week on the 9th of June, we'll also be showcasing films created, produced and directed by young South Africans. And then
fantastic. So every week, clearly, it's divided into different things. There's film screenings, there's art exhibitions, there's theatre production. And what's the Design Share Party Creative Networking? That sounds fantastic.
Yes, so that's a networking session where we invite young cultural practitioners, artists and creators from all walks of life who come together to share the work that they do within the creative industry with one another. So there will be a panel of 4 creative professionals who will be presenting and sharing their work. So we have panelists like Nelson Magamo, we have Neo Trinity Rakhajani, and amongst many other young people who will be presenting their work. And also it's a platform for these young artists to network and share their skills and transfer their knowledge as a way of contributing economically to the creative industry in South Africa.
Wow. And of course the arts, play a part in all, different spheres of life, whether it's political or anything, because expressing that, whatever it is that people are feeling has always been the case ever since, time immemorial. Now, the panel discussion, I see here it's about free education.
Yes.
At a time when we have obviously had the fees must fall, students saying, listen, we need something to be done. We are struggling out here, and all we want is to have a better life going forward for ourselves. Tell us about that panel discussion and maybe 1 or 2 people who'll be part of that.
So 20 or more years on, there are still struggles that young people are encountering, and one of those issues are centered around access to education. So the panel discussion will be led by various SRC leaders from universities in and around Gauteng. So
one of the most prominent, who was obviously the WITS SRC
yes,
president.
exactly. So yes, so that's Nompendulum Kachwa. She will be one of the panelists who will be heading the discussions around access to education as a way also to just mitigate issues around unemployment around the youth.
Okay, fantastic. And just as the 4th festival, as you've just said, what is it that is planned for this year that you've, obviously seen what goes right and what goes wrong. So what is it this year that is happening to make sure that everything will be running smoothly?
Okay, so in the past, Basha Uhuru Youth Festival would take place over a period of 3 or 4 days consecutively. So this month, this year rather, we've stretched the program to run throughout the entire month. Each week we have allocated various programs, as I mentioned, art
Okay.
exhibitions,
and all the
theatre,
information is on
and-
the Constitution Hill website, and obviously social media and everything. If people just Google Basha Uhuru Youth Festival, they will get all the information.
Yes, but I'd also just like to highlight that the main attraction of the festival is on the 25th of June, and it's the music festival.
Okay.
We have an amazing lineup of local content.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So,
Unfortunately, we do have
yes.
to wrap, but all that information will be online. Thank you
Okay,
so very
thank
much,
you.
Kaisang.
All right.
All right. Now, since it first hit the South African theatre scene in the 1970s, Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat has been a hit. And now, nearly 4 decades later, it is still wowing audiences, as was the case this past week when the production returned to the Peter Turin Theatre, playing to packed houses.
Peter Turin presents Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber's sparkling family musical. Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is a retelling of the biblical story of Joseph and his coat of many colors, currently on stage at the Peter Turin Theatre, Monte Cassino.
A lot of people are familiar with the biblical story of Joseph, but it's all about how you view the show. You know, if you come from a spiritual background, you can enjoy it on that level, or you can just enjoy it for the simplicity of the story that is Joseph.
This magical musical is packed full of unforgettable songs, including Any Dream Will Do and Close Every Door. In Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Earl Gregory returns to play the titular role that launched his career in 2004, for which he won the Naledi Award for Best Male Newcomer.
Audiences have been absolutely wonderful. I mean, we've been running for just over 4 weeks now, and we've been playing to full houses, and the children and the tunnies and the Wimpies, they absolutely having a ball of a time. It's been great fun.
The larger-than-life production features a stunning cast of 23 of the best musical theatre performers and dancers, and has delivered on its promise to be a Technicolor triumph for the whole family to enjoy. Resident director Dean Roberts himself plays 2 pivotal roles in the theatre piece, apart from directing.
My favourite to play is Potiphar, and I think any actor will tell you playing a villain is delicious.
Making a welcome return to the Monte Cassino stage is Bianca Lagrange as the narrator.
This is a musical that our parents grew up with, and my mom's in her 60s. So it's a timeless musical. You know, it's a musical that people know every single word. I am the narrator. I'm on stage most of 80%, 90% of the time. And I see people in the audience reciting every single lyric in the songs that we do, because there's no speaking. It's just singing. So it is my job to make sure that they experience that in a magical and colorful way.
Although Joseph is the star of the show, it is the unexpected showstopper that steals the audience's hearts and vocal cords. Musical theatre fans were delighted at the emergence of audience favourite Jonathan Roomouth, who literally rocks the second act and adds even more magic to an already spectacular piece. The multi-award-winning South African stage actor had audiences in stitches as he worked his magic with his interpretation of the mighty Pharaoh.
When you're playing a character that's essentially taking the mickey out of Elvis, it's all there for you. So I think the golden rule is to have fun, and as you saw tonight, audiences they have a ball.
The hip-swaying, microphone-wielding, sideburn-having heartthrob does, however, take this production very seriously.
The show, it has been part of South Africa's theatrical history for a long time, since that original production in the 70s. So everybody knows it, everybody knows the music, loves the music, knows Andrew Lloyd Webber, so, they will follow the show because they feel that they're part of it anyway, which is great.
And what did audience have to say? Let's find out.
Amazing. Fantastic. It was amazing.
Amazing. Wonderful. Egypt with a capital E.
It was amazing, so brilliant, so fantastic. I loved it so much.
It was really amazing. I enjoyed it. The dancing was really good. The singing was amazing, and just the whole set and everything was really cool.
And there you have it, folks. That was Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And as you heard, the reviews were amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm Eloise Scoble, and you're watching Trendz.
And now the countdown to the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz Festival has officially begun. And what better way to create the hype of the jazz event than with a visit to an old age home in Lenasia in the southwest of Johannesburg. About 300 elderly people were serenaded with music performed live by a jazz band from Eldorado Park. An initiative, this is an initiative basically as part of the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz's program called Jazz Caress, which takes music to those who cannot attend the festival to them. And the festival kicks off in September at the Sandton Convention Center.
judging by the way the senior citizens move, it is clear that the jazz melodies definitely took them on a trip down memory lane. All this thanks to the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz program called Jazz Cares. The initiative, now on its 6th year, brings jazz performance to various locations for people who don't get the opportunity to attend live concerts. Organizer of the jazz event, Mando Chinomati, tells us about Jazz Cares.
Some few years ago, we were sitting in a strat meeting, and we wanted to find out actually what drives people to buy tickets to come to the Joy of Jazz. And we realized that actually these people have been introduced to this music by somebody. And in most cases, it's now your grandmother or your grandfather or, your friend's grandmother or somebody that is in that, age group. And Brapita said then it means they are the initiators of planting jazz in the minds of these people. And jazz is a very, very strange sound. Once you hear it twice, thrice, you are hooked. So you get hooked all your years. You probably divert a little bit and go and listen to something else, but you eventually come back. But where does it come from? From my grandfather was a jazz lover. My grandmother used to sing songs that I didn't even know where she got them from. But you sit down and realize that sound coming back. And hence we say, let's take back this jazz to the people that actually introduced it to our clients.
At a glance, these old folks seem fragile. But as soon as the sound of music comes on, you would swear it was all an act. They proved that age is just but a number as they cheered and danced to some of their favorite songs dating back to the Sophiatown days. We asked them how they feel about this day.
Today I feel like I'm reborn again. Ke tswetse gape. Ke ngwana monyane. Le bo mme kaofela bo ke le leng teng ke thabile haholo.
From what I see here, it gives me hope, because as an elderly person, we are often under the idea or the concept that we are forgotten about.
I thank the Lord that I'm 87 and I can still walk and do what I want to.
And you can see yourself got
I trust the Lord, yes, I can. I'm not so good in seeing, because at this age you start losing your sight, and you get a little deaf, you've got to go near to listen. But to any rate, thank God, we are to enjoy the day with all the other ladies. And thank you for the sponsors that have organized this. I thank you very much for that.
Gym trainees were also present at this wonderful event to see how far these folks can push themselves to make sure they stay active. They again proved to be fit for everything, as most of them jumped for joy to burn just a few calories. A perfect sample of what to expect at this year's Standard Bank Joy of Jazz Festival. So do make note of these dates, the 17th, 18th and 19th of September. That's where it will all go down.
So fantastic. As always, jazz makes everybody feel young at heart. Great initiatives from the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz. Stay tuned. After the ad break, I talk comedy with one of South Africa's premier comedians. Welcome back to Trendz. Now, when a comedian decides that enough is enough, he hits the stage and unpacks the topic in the funniest manner possible. Now, So You Think You're Funny's winner for 2009, Sifiso Nene, for a while, observed parenting dynamics, both personal and everything around him, and took his one-man show, Baby Mama Drama, to the stage. Now, he's at it again, here to speak to us about the sequel to that first show that was very well received, and also about his book. Welcome to Trendz, Sifiso.
Thank you for having me.
Your comments off air are just otherwise. Tell us about Baby Mama Drama and, of course, the journey to, from 2009, here you are, comedian, performing on big stages. So what is it that people can expect in Baby Mama Drama Nabanye?
Nabanye. Yes. Okay, the Baby Mama Drama is a concept that is coming from personal experiences and just observing in general how people single parent, react to different situations, how baby mamas are usually angry and at us as men, and we don't know why. You guys are just angry for no reason, and here we are as the victims,
always
on the receiving end
never did anything.
Of your tweets and everything. But anyways, it's...
Have you ever been called out on Twitter?
No, I haven't. Okay. I haven't yet, but I'm sure now that she's seeing me on TV, I know she's watching. Yeah. She's gonna tweet something, and then now...
Because, it must be a little bit difficult if you're sitting at home and watching you, because the personal stuff, of course, that's coming from your relationship. You know what I mean? So,
but how does she know what I'm talking about here? Because there are so many baby mamas out there who are having drama for days. So it could be Usiswase next door that I'm talking about, or someone else. It's not necessarily her. Okay. It's just baby mama
drama. That's your disclaimer to just defend yourself.
Defending myself.
That's all right. It's all right.
But obviously, I have my personal issues that I mention on this show. It's a 2-hour show.
All right. And are you sharing the stage with anybody?
No, it's a one-man show.
It's a one-man show.
So
there's no
I just
opening.
Obviously, I'll have an opening act, 1 or 2.
All right.
But usually, how it works with the one-man show is that you go after work. After working for so many years, you put together all the material that you've been doing, and then package it and give it a theme, and then
of
have
all
a one-man
the themes you chose, that was the biggest, most central thing in your life. You said Baby Mama Drama. Tell us about some of the funny things. Yes, I guess that people are going through in a very real world out there.
I mean, there's so many things. There is so many things. We don't see eye to eye anymore. Okay. I tried everything, obviously, because we try as men to make things work between you and us.
Right.
We try. You guys
It's both ways.
Well,
it's both ways.
I'm speaking on behalf of us as men. I don't know about you guys, but my situation, I tried everything, even going to church with her, because at church they say a couple that prays together. Stay together. Ayikho leyo nto leyo. Ayikho, trust me. Have you ever prayed with someone and realized? Have you ever prayed with someone and realized that their prayer is no longer directed to God, but now they are talking to you? I've gone through so many situations with that woman that now when I look back, I just laugh. And I'm like, thank you, Lord, for giving me so much material for my one-man show.
There you go. That was the blessing in all of it. You know what I mean? Of course, the biggest one being your child.
Yes.
Tell us about the book. You also have a book. You've been busy. Jeez, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I have a book called Our Father. It's a book about me. It's my personal life, how my upbringing. It wasn't so nice.
It's not the comedy, it's a real life, a little bit of a, autobiography, one could say?
Yes. Obviously, a book written by a comedian, in as much as it's a painful book, but there will be funny moments because, it's written by a comedian. Yes. It's a book about my upbringing, where I come from. And
where can people get it? People who are interested?
At my shows.
Okay,
at
your shows?
I sell my books at my shows. I'm doing this tour, Baby Mama Drama Tour, next week, Friday and Saturday at God Reef City, Johannesburg. I'm going to be selling the book there. Also in Port Elizabeth on 25 June. I'll be selling my book there as well.
Fantastic. Yes. And people who want to know more about you, Twitter, Instagram, you are there, obviously.
I'm there. I'm on Twitter as @Sifiso Nene. Also on Facebook, Sifiso Nene, the comedian.
Fantastic.
Instagram at Sifiso Nene as well.
Okay, we look forward to Baby Mama Drama. Thank you so very much, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you, Baby Mama.
And now we're going to an ad break. I have the lovely Londi Fihlela in studio who is about to take us to ad break. Take it away, Londi.
Baby undenza ntoni undibethe manonini xa ndijonga kanjalo ndibethwa luvalo xa ungekho endlini ndiphathwa lusizi luvuyo lodwa xa sihleli sodwa baby undenza ntoni undibethe manonini xa ndijonga kanjalo ndibethwa luvalo xa ungekho endlini ndiphathwa lusizi luvuyo lodwa xa sihleli sodwa ndimamele ingoma yam njalo xa uthetha nam hey xa uthetha nam umamele umphefumlo wam ndimamele ingoma yam njalo xa uthetha nam kuwa wedwa ondiyenza kanjalo wena wedwa baby baby ndifuna umntwana othando fana nawe ndifuna umntwana enhlonipho fana nawe ozoncoma ubuhle bami njalo njalo andiphathe kakuhle njalo njalo inhloni hlala nawe njalo xa undijonga ngamehlo
Londi, do you have a jacket?
Yes.
Could somebody just throw it quickly?
Jacket.
INTV. It was after ad break. Link. Welcome back. You're watching Trends, and with that lovely performance by Londi earlier just before the break, she's here with me. She's an Afro soul singer who has recently launched a highly anticipated album. The 16-track album with some songs written and produced by the Soil's Ntsika Nkanga is a compilation which is a blend of Afro pop, Afro jazz, and a touch of soul, taking you 2 years, Londi, to get to this point. Wow, congratulations on
Thank
the
you so
album
much.
and lovely performance. Welcome. Tell us, who is Londi Fihlela? I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Londi Fihlela is, a young lady, a young musician who absolutely loves music. I've loved music ever since I was a little child. So Londi Fihlela is basically a music lover.
Right. And your musical journey, how did you first of all get in touch, with the likes of Ntsika, who of course is a musical talent himself, but what we didn't know was that he's also, well versed in the production side of music as well.
Oh, okay. I met Ntsika through a friend, and then I sang. We started singing. They absolutely love singing.
Yeah.
So we were always singing, and then he was like, one day, I want you to be my artist.
Right.
And
of
then,
course, at the time you're thinking, this guy.
You know how it is. And then eventually, I'm actually signed under a record label called Born Free Rhythms.
Yes.
So Born Free Rhythms is in a joint venture with Nomadic Tribe.
Nomadic Tribe, yep.
Which Ntsika is the founder of Nomadic Tribe. So we've been working together. He has wrote a couple of songs for me, and it has been absolutely amazing because now we're finally here. You know what I mean? It was just a dream, but now it's actually happening.
And it's happened.
Yes.
And in that 2 years, have you cried? Have you laughed? Have you struggled? What has been the journey to here?
It's been a roller coaster. Happy times, sad times. Because music it takes everything from you, especially since you love it. You want everything to be perfect. So it's been a roller coaster for me, ups and downs. But I wouldn't change anything.
Do you write some of your own stuff?
I write some of my own stuff. People get to hear some of the stuff that I've written. It's absolutely amazing.
Okay. And just, what else do you do? Are you purely a musician 100%, or are you also a scientist maybe somewhere?
I studied public relations
management,
so I've actually got a diploma in that.
Okay, fantastic. And that obviously helps you as a brand,
as a brand
to get your name out there, and obviously how you handle yourself as well in the media. Now, the media are another kind of whole, shock-infested waters. Just what are some of the lessons and things that people like Ntsika have taken you, under their wing and said, listen, this is what you need to watch out for. This is how these things normally happen. What are some of those things that they've taught you?
Well, I can proudly say that Ntsika is the reason why, I'm the kind of artist that I am today. He has molded me and shaped me. He's also told me, sometimes during your music journey, you'll come across, closed doors. Sometimes you'll come across media, but don't let it kill your spirit, because you love music. Because it's the way of life. You win some, you lose some. So he taught me that.
Fantastic, absolutely great. Pleasure seeing you here, and your album. We look forward to hearing more and more of your album. And next year you should be at the Summers. It's the Summers
Definitely.
today. All right, thank you so very much
for having me.
A pleasure. Now, Mother's Day has come and gone, and we're fast approaching Father's Day, of course, this month of June. But a few media practitioners had a special treat to celebrate and bond with their mothers. Here's what went down.
Sun International invited a few mothers and daughters here for a special afternoon and one night stay. And I brought my mom because she's the greatest. I know she looks like my sister, but she's my mom. 50 is popping. And I brought her here to try make her happy and make her see how much she means to me. And I'm glad that I had this opportunity to do so. Please know that I love you so much. And I'll spend the rest of my life trying to give you all the things you gave me.
Oh, all this for me.
We invited a few mothers and their daughters to come and celebrate at the palace. And for us, Mother's Day is obviously about strong women and the moms that make beautiful daughters. And obviously, in fact, beautiful sons as well. And we thought we'd do a day of pampering to just show our appreciation. Obviously, we think you should appreciate your moms every day. It's an extra special day. You take that time out, you give your mom a little bit more pampering. We did some manicures, some pedicures, and massages. We celebrated with a little bit of champagne, a beautiful high tea by the palace in the African suite, and then we just had a dinner at leisure at the grill room where the moms and daughters could spend time together, have that intimate moment that we so often forget.
Happy Mother's Day. I always wanted to take you out. But you know, today it happened. I thank God for everything that has happened. I'm so grateful that she's here with me today. Mo Sun City ka Mother's Day. Ke leboga ngwanaka mosetsanyana wa ka go ntlisa mo le metswalle ya gage.
Ngiyabonga. Sibonga usuku labomama. Ngibonga kwaseqaleni lapho esifikele khona. Sathola umukelo kamnandi, saphuza itiye kamnandi. Sasuka futhi sabuya seza lapha. Sibonga abantwana bethu ukuzala. Ngibonga umakoti ongithathile wangiletha kule ndawo.
I'd like to wish my mother-in-law a very happy Mother's Day, and I'm really grateful to have her in my life. She's been very supportive and she really deserves this treat.
We just had a beautiful day yesterday with our mothers, and of course they're here to tell us how they felt about it and tell us about the experience. So mommies, how was it?
Beautiful, wonderful, I loved it. Had a nice day, had a nice breakfast. It was nice.
What about the massages?
The massages, the nails, wow. Ooh, it was nice. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Okay, well, there you have it. Right now, we're going back home. And it's going to be a long drive, but we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.
Bye.
Nice one indeed. Now, Women's Month may be a few months away, but in preparation for the month of August, two women have taken to the stage to produce a theatre production that seeks to highlight the struggles of women as well as address social stereotypes that we face. The production explores a range of issues women experience, like culture, religion, and a whole myriad of issues in relationships as well. Trendz caught up with the creators of the play at the Joburg Theatre. Let's have a look.
A play that highlights issues that some women can relate to. Told by Sipilile Kumalo and Vuiswa Sopoko, the Thread production provides a platform for women to share their experiences, discover and express themselves.
The play is all about empowering, and because then it's an open argument. It's a platform where people can see experiences that women have gone through in life, and without judging. It's not going to have an eye of judging. It's just simply going to be chapters of life of a woman. It's a fully figured woman. It's a woman at home, it's a woman at work, it's women in relationships, it's women everywhere, basically.
The play is still work in progress, but it will be ready for theatres in celebration of Women's Month in August. The two women play seek to groom a society of women who are not afraid to be who they are, regardless of an unpleasant circumstances they may be facing.
I will bear my scars because I am no longer afraid.
I'm one of the prostitutes, and we are going through the kind of daily routine of a woman, or her experiences and what she goes through and how she feels about how she's treated. And she's a prostitute, but it's not her original occupation. It's not who she, it doesn't define who she is. It's just her career choice.
You see me and I see you scarred me.
The theatre production is targeted at mainly women. However, men are also welcome to come and experience what most women go through in their daily lives.
I cannot be changed nor fixed.
Wow. Wow, and with that, we have come to the end of the show. I'd like to leave you with words of the greatest of all time, the champ who passed away in the early hours of this morning, Muhammad Ali, when he said, "Champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, or a vision, applicable to every walk of life. May you go out there and be great, and may his soul rest in heavenly peace." Till next week, goodbye.